what are inhibitors and what are activators? So we have inhibitors, those that inhibit tricarboxylic acid cycle, also known as the Krebs cycle, and we have our activators, those that activate the tricarboxylic acid cycle. So both of them obey the principle of energy. So whenever we have high energy, we have high ATP, we have high ADP. So high ATP and high ADP start inhibiting the process of tricarboxylic acid cycle or the Krebs cycle. They start inhibiting them. Why? Remember that tricarboxylic acid cycle or the Krebs cycle, its function is to produce energy. And we have enough energy and we have enough NADH. They are high, they are too much. Our body does not want to produce them again. Our body does not want to produce them again. What will now start happening is our body will now start doing what? We now start inhibiting this tricarboxylic acid cycle or the Krebs cycle because they are high. We don't need too much. We don't want to waste our food. So our body will start inhibiting these processes to stop producing this NADH and FADH and GTP that will now enter to the mitochondria to produce energy because the energy is already high. Our body does not need it again. So our body now starts ATP molecules and NADH will now start forming inhibitors. They start inhibiting tricarboxylic acid cycle and the pyruvate metabolism. They start serving as as an inhibitor. They start inhibiting. When energy is abundant, the cycle slows down to conserve fuel. So they are trying to inhibit this tricarboxylic acid cycle, telling them we have enough energy. Therefore, let you conserve the fuel you have. So whenever our energy is low, what happens? Whenever ATP is high, ADP is low. So they are inversely proportional. So since now ADP is high, therefore ATP is low. And since we have high NADP positive, therefore we have low NADH. And we also have what? Calcium ion. So all these things now stimulate the formation of tricarboxylic acid cycle, the Krebs cycle, to produce energy. So what is happening? High ADP is telling our body that we have low energy. You have to make ATP to sustain this body. So therefore, it starts stimulating the process of tricarboxylic acid cycle. The same thing with NAD positive. NAD positive have deposits the hydrogen ion and electrons in the matrix of the mitochondria and electron transport chain. So it requires hydrogen ion and electron. So they start activating tricarboxylic acid cycle enzymes to start producing or start undergoing tricarboxylic process to produce this NADH, hydrogen ion and electrons that they will not pick them up to form NADH, take them to the mitochondria to produce energy. So when energy is needed, the cycle speed up to produce more ATP molecule. So I told you ATP, NADH and succinyl-CoA starts inhibiting citrate synthase. Remember, citrate synthase produce citrates by joining acetyl-CoA together with oxaloacetate to produce citrates. So whenever there is high accumulation of citrates, it tells us that there is high level of ATP, there is high level of NADH, and there is high level of succinyl-CoA. So what will our body start doing? Our body starts inhibiting. ATP starts inhibiting them. ATP is trying to pass an information that I am too much in the body. Don't waste your energy, don't waste your food, don't waste your fuel. Start conserving them. So your body starts converting this ATP, NADH and succinyl-CoA. They start serving as an inhibitors that will start inhibiting citrate synthase and prevent them from forming citrates. This is also happening to isocitrate dehydrogenase. Isocitrate dehydrogenase is now inhibited by ATP and NADH. ATP and NADH start inhibiting isocitrate dehydrogenase, telling them we have enough ATP and NADH, please stop producing. While ADP and calcium ion in other hands stimulates isocitrate dehydrogenase. Remember, whenever there is high level of ADP, there is low level of ATP. So this high level of ADP signifies there is low level ATP. So it starts telling or starts informing isocitrate dehydrogenase, please stimulate and start proceeding the and start producing α-ketoglutarate, so that it will now undergo the Krebs cycle to produce NADH that will now enter into the mitochondria to produce energy. So NAD positive high level indicates low level of ATP, and they will start stimulating isocitrate dehydrogenase. This also happens to alpha-ketoglutarate dehydrogenase. Alpha-ketoglutarate dehydrogenase is stimulated by calcium ion, ADP, because it's telling the body that we have low level of ATP. So when they start inhibiting this reaction, what will now happen? We start producing ATP. But whenever there is high level of NADH, it signifies that we have high level of ATP, and this high level of ATP, our body does not want to waste this energy and this food, so our body signifies the body, stop this and start conserving your energy. The same thing with succinyl-CoA. Succinyl-CoA will now serve as an inhibitor to alpha-ketoglutarate dehydrogenase, because alpha-ketoglutarate dehydrogenase converts alpha-ketoglutarate to succinyl-CoA. So succinyl-CoA, in other hands, now starts inhibiting this alpha-ketoglutarate dehydrogenase to stop producing more of this succinyl-CoA, because we already have enough ATP. So whenever you see succinyl-CoA inhibiting citrate synthase and alpha-ketoglutarate dehydrogenase, that means we have high level of ATP, high level of NADH, and low level of ADP, and low level of NADP positive.